was listening to New Edition and Boyz II Men talk about the industry, how times changed, and how R&B groups faded.
I just think the times have changed, and that's the thing that we understand about time. And the world is constantly going, and we've seen nothing stays the same. And part of the thing is that we have to learn and have the attitude and take that mindset that, you have to learn how to work, continue to do what we do and not compromise who we are, but also understand where the world is and figure out how we can fit in it, because the world ain't stopping for us.
I think we live in a YouTube society and everybody's selfish. Nobody wants to share with their friends or their brothers or their cousins. So nobody wants to make a group. Everybody wants their own shit.
And I couldn't help thinking about Afrobeats. Why are there no more groups? We used to have them. The Remedies, P Square, Styl Plus, Pounds and Naira Incorporated, 166 Family, Mo Hits. They gave us energy, brotherhood, performance. It wasn't just fame, it was family. Then, the culture shifted. Everyone went solo. Virality over longevity. The same way R&B lost its groups, Afrobeats started losing that unity too. But the truth is, the blueprint still exists. You can still feel it in the way Mo Hits once moved together. The harmony, the teamwork, the magic. It's still there, waiting for the next generation to follow it and bring it back.
Now, what do you think there's missing in the R&B game right now? Why don't you think there's more R&B groups?
They're missing us.
Yeah.
No, I just think the times have changed, and that's the thing that we understand about time. And the world is constantly going, and we've seen nothing stays the same. And part of the thing is that we have to learn and have the attitude and take that mindset that, you have to learn how to work, continue to do what we do and not compromise who we are, but also understand where the world is and figure out how we can fit in it, because the world ain't stopping for us.
I think we live in a YouTube society and everybody's selfish. Nobody wants to share with their friends or their brothers or their cousins. So nobody wants to make a group. Everybody wants their own shit.
I was going to say, bro, honestly, I think it started at the record label. I think people that are hired now, some of them don't have an eye for talent. They have an eye for their computer.
Word.
Sometimes you have to go in the street, like we met in the street, the singing, to be close. And I think they look at it as the hits of the computer makes them a hit group. But it's so much more to it. Absolutely. And back in the day, like for myself as the CEO, I stayed to 2 in the morning and kept looking at the pictures, listening to the music. The A&R and the people at the office now, they're on the red carpet before the artists get there.
Right.
Yeah.
So the responsibility and the care to detail is missing. And if someone would just slow down and say, yo, how many times we got to look at the Grammys and not one R&B group is on the show?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And the first time we see an R&B group in the last 5 years, well, we saw what Bruno and them did, but that was a different thing. I'm talking about someone from the hood, like a Jodeci, New Edition, Boyz II Men, Jagged Edge, is when Juan's Sons was on there and Jesse gave them the shot. That's the first time we seen black kids on the Grammys ever in a long time. And that's where it starts. It starts younger, it starts at the office, or it's gonna have to come from us.
Yeah. I don't think people are looking for talent no more. I think they're looking for people that are just doing numbers.
Absolutely. You don't even have to have a record deal. You get the numbers and then you get a record deal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And really just understand that there is a blueprint. You understand? A blueprint that we follow to get to where we are. You know what I mean? There's the groups of old of our time that actually helped shape the entertainment value of all of us. You know what I'm saying? So all these artists have to do is keep looking at the blueprints, because the blueprints still exist. Yeah. That longevity just means that you did something very, very right. You understand? And understanding behind it is they're not looking for longevity. They're looking for the quick fix. Social media is the fastest way to become famous, but also the quickest way to lose everything.
You know what I say, Juan? I say, like, everybody's obsessed with going viral and not understanding a component to the word viral is virus.
Exactly.
Like, why would you want to be a virus? Like, there's two things that happens to viruses. One, they get killed, or it kills everything.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to base your career off of going viral? Like, there's no future in that.
Right.
And that's what the industry has taught us.
Sean, honestly, I would have went second on that question, but I think we should ask Ralph. what do he think is missing? Because no, but let me finish. No, but let me finish. I'm gonna tell you why. The responsibility of being up front is either something that's in you, you're born with. And I feel like that question, you got to ask yourself, when he sits and watch a group of YouTube, he's looking to see who reminds him of himself, who's got that Routes regimen.
Wow.
So Rizzo, take the mic and tell us, what do you think is missing? There it is.
What was the question?
What's missing in R&B? What's missing about the groups in R&B? Like, what's missing?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot missing. The game is all changed. It's not even the same place that we were in when we started. So everything has changed in R&B, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It seems like everything has changed, man. Nothing's how it used to be. You know, when we're out here trying to think about something in particular that can bring it back like it used to be, and I don't know. Right. I don't have no answers with all that. I just feel like it's evolved.
But you know, it's interesting, even for Biv to say Ralph was the lead, because you were the lead technically, but then Bobby went off and was a great leading man, and Johnny was a great leading man, and BBD had success. Like all of y'all could have been a leading, man.
No, he's talking about how I started it all off with Candy Girl.
Okay.
Michael Jackson analogy, Candy New Edition, Candy Girl, Jackson. That vibe is what Mike's speaking on, and during that time period, there wasn't a whole lot of examples for us. We just had what was in front of us or behind us, and trying to take what we had learned and make something new out of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was just adding what was going on in the current times.
You know what it is,
The streets
Riz?
popping.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I just think that back when we first started, what motivated us, what influenced us, the artists, the Temptations, Blue Magic, the Jacksons, is that's not the motivation today. Before we even knew anything about how to even get a record deal, because that was actually the furthest thing from my mind. There was no way that you do that, to approach that. So our main motivation was how do we put on a good show? And we rehearsed probably for a couple of years before we even stepped on the stage. Wow. And we were more excited about making the crowd scream, than actually making a new record. And so now today, like Sean said, the motivation is how do I become famous?
Yeah.
Not really about how do I put on a good show.
Yeah. But it has to feel good. Like I sent Biv videos of my daughter, 7 years old, singing New Edition records, which is crazy because it's the music is a feeling, and I feel like sometimes you don't get that with these artists. Like music doesn't last the time that it does.
Well,
I think that's a big piece of what's missing. When I think of it as love, like when we came up, it was a lot of love involved.
A lot of love. A lot of love.
And it seems like love is not a part of the major the topics now.
It's not.
It's not about. It's not even in the music. It's not in the approach toward the passion that we had. We had a love for this. We wanted to do what we saw the Jacksons doing. Yeah. We really wanted to make it happen.
Y'all wanted to be great.
The industry doesn't groom legends anymore. They don't groom longevity anymore because it doesn't benefit them. Exactly. Like think about it, when you have a company and you know that you can go viral with a kid for 15 minutes, get your ad revenue, and then kick them to the side, and then move on to the next thing. That's a good money maker to anybody, I would think. You know what I'm saying? And
the artists suffer.
Yeah, but the bottom line is that the artists suffer, but the artists still have the hand. And what I mean by that is a lot of the things that we don't like about, because I'll be on group chats with a lot of producers and managers and stuff like that, and they complain about the same thing. And my thing is, change it.
That's all.
Just change it. Stop chasing the carrot. Because everybody wants to try to fit in the system knowing damn well it doesn't benefit them. Right. So the music industry isn't an industry without the music. Gotcha. So change it. Change the paradigm. Change how music is consumed. Change, who has the power to create that next thing and then hold it. So these industry people don't try to put their grubby hands on trying to make it like a viral thing or or whatever. It's partially our fault because we fell into the whole system, and all we gotta do is change it. Gotcha. Period.